Hey guys, alright, so I am back with week 2 updates and check-in for Chelsea. Chelsea lives here on YouTube, and this week was not as great as the last one or the first week. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I do have a bit of a cold and some congestion going on in my nasal cavity, and so it's been rough. So I changed my check-in dates to Fridays, so that way when she gives me my new macros and all that, I can adjust and get my groceries accordingly. And I go grocery shopping once a week, and it's usually either Saturday or Sunday, and I go and get everything I need for the week. So that's why we changed it up, so that's why you guys are seeing this probably on Friday. So yeah, so let's go over this week. Let's take a look. I took a picture of my little chart that I have that I sent her. Let's see, so let's start with last Friday. Last Friday I went to the NRA show, National Restaurant Association show, not the National Rifle Association, but I work in the food service industry. If you didn't see my last vlog, I kind of talked about it there, but yes, it's a 4-day event. We go in on Friday to set up, and then we're there from Friday, and then I don't get home until Tuesday. Now it is in Chicago, in the city of Chicago, which I live in the Chicago suburbs, so it's not too bad. I don't have to travel via plane or anything, but I do have to stay in the city and all that. So with that, I ate out 95% of my meals. I had brought some of my protein shakes for the mornings for my breakfast, and then I ate at the Restaurant Association, the NRA show. Let's just call it NRA because that's what we call it in the industry. So I just snacked throughout the day for lunch. I tried to get things that were lean, lean meats, healthy, clean carbs, and healthy fats, but it's really hard. I stuck with gyros. I saw lamb and beef gyros, chicken gyros, and so I would just get like 3 or 4 servings or samples of that and try to keep it at that for lunch. And then dinner, we always go out to a nice dinner, and I ate like steak 2 or 3 of the nights, seafood and all that, which in all honesty, the food I ate wasn't that bad, but probably the portion sizes as well as the drinks after or during dinner and after dinner is what got me. So let's go over the calories. Overall, the most calories I ate was the first day on Friday, and that was 2,088 calories. She wants me around 1,600 to 1750, but I just ate a lot. And I went not a lot, but quite over my carbs. My carbs should be at 205-ish. I was at 242. I went over my protein as well by 8 grams and over my fat by 6. Fiber was actually not too bad. I'm glad I had enough fiber. I had 29 out of the 30 grams I want to have. And the nice thing is, though, I burned 2,200 or 2,230 calories that day just from setting up and walking around. It was good. I was definitely staying active all 4 of the days of walking the show. For example, that Friday I walked almost 14,000 steps. So, and then the next day I walked 18,667 steps. That's the most I've ever walked or tracked on my Fitbit. I got my Fitbit in December for Christmas, so that's the most steps I've had while having my Fitbit. So awesome there. But yeah, I was active and went over my 10,000 steps all 4 days. So that's a bonus. And I burnt, for the most part, I burnt more calories than I consumed, but I was also not drinking enough water because we walk the show and visit our suppliers, and it's just that our schedules are so tight and we have to get to each supplier in each booth quickly that I didn't want to consume so much water that I would have to keep going to the bathroom. I'm someone that water goes right through me. Like if I have a glass of water within an hour, I'm in the bathroom pretty much disposing of that water. So I just didn't have the time to really drink enough water, which is horrible. but I think that might have to do a lot with the weight I kind of gained. I would say it's probably more water weight than anything. Really, to gain a pound of fat, I believe you have to eat in excess of 3,000 calories, which I really didn't eat in excess compared to how much I burned throughout the day. So I don't think I really gained fat, but I do think I lost muscle and just like have just a little bloating and extra water weight, if you will. So in regards to weight, my average weigh-in was 124.1. So that is higher than last week's average. I believe last week's average was around like 122, 123, which in all honesty, a pound or two isn't crazy, but it is something to note that I do believe it was caused because of just eating not my normal diet, eating out, more sodium and less water. It just, my body was like, I'm thirsty, so I'm just gonna hold on to all the water you give me instead of just like, you know, my normal going to the bathroom. So yeah. The nice thing is, speaking of going to the bathroom, I noticed I did go number 2, I definitely once a day, and a lot of times twice a day. So that's really my body telling me like, I ate too much, get it out, we don't need it, get it out of me. So that was something interesting to notice as well and to note. In regards to training or weightlifting or, you know, working out, my only workout really this week was walking and cardio, walking the show. I didn't train, you know, I didn't lift or work out my arms or really any muscles. It was mostly cardio just because of time constraints, and the gym at the hotel wasn't that great. So those are just excuses, but I just want to keep it real that the majority of my workouts were cardio based this week. Then on Tuesday, let's see. On Tuesday, we were done with the show, and I woke up. I did drink a lot that night, so I apologize. I think I said my highest calories were on Friday. Actually, my highest calories were on Monday, the last day, at 2,397, so almost 2,400 calories, which in all honesty isn't a crazy amount. I mean, that's fine if you're not trying to lose weight or, you know, build muscle and lose fat, but I am, so it was a little concerning. I think that was the only day that I ate more than I burned, but oh well. That is what it is, and I did kind of warn Chelsea that this was going on and this is what I was doing in regards to like why she might see that I ate like shit and all that. So I did forewarn her, so that's good. But I did say that I would track everything as much as I could, as much as possible. So I did track all the drinks I had. Most nights I was good and only had like 3 or 4 drinks. And then the last night I just indulged and just went for it and had a good time. But yeah, the next morning I woke up super congested. And then yesterday I actually went to the office and then took a half day because I was just miserable. I couldn't taste anything, I couldn't hear really well because everything was clogged, and it was not fun. And then this morning I woke up and my nose was a little clearer and I was able to taste my protein smoothie this morning and taste all my food, so that was really good. But with that said, I didn't move a lot the past 2 days. I just kind of let my body rest, listen to my body, and that it was telling me to slow the F down. Even though I was pretty good with drinking and all that, NRA is still very strenuous on the body just because I'm doing a lot more walking than normal, as well as just I have to be on it all the time. Whenever I see, when we go to these meetings at the booths, I'm like, hi, my name's Adrian, nice to meet you, and just like being very on and professional. And then after all that, I get like an hour break until we have to go to dinner, and then it's all over again. I have to be like, hi, how's the show? Da, 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 you know. So I love to talk and I love being around people, but for like almost 24/7, or not 24/7, but like for 4 days straight of very little breaks, it's not the best for the body. So this is what happened to me this year. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what happened this week. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and change into the bathing suit so you can see my lack of progress. I mean, I probably look very similar. My measurements were pretty much the same as last week, so no big changes there, which I didn't expect. So I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully this is in focus. I'm actually using a different camera this time. But yeah, so here is my upper body. Just flexing. Here's my other side. Together. So yeah, not much change there. And then whoop, my midsection is a little bloated. This is kind of where I bloat the most, as well as hold a lot of water, and when I do gain weight, it is mainly in my midsection and my hips. So this is relaxed, and this is flexed, and then this is pulling. So relaxed, flexed. And here's my back. Right, and side, relaxed, flexed. So, yeah, very little progress. Actually, a little more bloated probably than last week. Then my legs. Here they are. Yep. Good. Yeah, my calves are always pretty good. So yeah, that's what I look like. So yeah, that is week 2 progress, or check-in more so, not really progress. I am looking forward to this week to come and really just get back to it, and I'm so excited to eat my food again, my normal food, because I missed it, and I miss just having my own food and cooking and knowing what's in it and getting back into my routine of my normal cardio and training style. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.